Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. Now, with stimulus money drying up and the effect of several years of inflation weighing down on us, many consumers have turned to credit cards. US credit card debt has been rising, with balances now standing at $1.15 trillion for Q1 of 2024. That is over 100 billion more than the same quarter in 2023. So I felt it was only right to do a video on how to get out of credit card debt the right way. And guys, you all know I always tell my viewers to pay off their credit cards in full every month. But with economic times as they are, I suspect there are some of you who aren't doing that and are carrying balances and paying interest. So let's get into it. How to pay off credit card debt fast and with as little interest as possible. So, first of all, I want you to make this spreadsheet with these exact equations. Card names on the left, then in the next column over to the right, amounts owed on each card, and you can have a total at the bottom using the equation equals sum, then open bracket, the cell where it starts, then colon, the cell where it ends, close bracket, in this case B2 to B11. Next column over to the right, we have the interest rate on each card. You can find this normally on the last page of your monthly credit card statement, although the exact location of the interest rate may vary for different banks. You can see it here on my Amazon Prime Visa signature statement. Interest rate on purchases is 24.49%, and whoa, that is high. But you can see here that no interest has been paid since I'm paying it off every month. Wait, what's this? I've paid $11 in interest this year? All right, I must have forgot to completely pay it off one month and let some small amount roll over. Anyway, so you add the interest rate on every card that you have, and then in the next column, you put the credit limit on each card with a total credit limit at the bottom. And in the last column to the right, you put the utilization, how much of the credit limit that you are using on each card. You can just work this out with a calculator, but I like to use an Excel formula so it'll automatically update if my balance drops or rises. The formula is equals the amount owed cell slash the credit limit cell. So in this case, it's equals B2/D2. If your spreadsheet displays it as a decimal instead of a percentage, you can change that to be displayed as a percentage. Just search how to do that in the help menu. All right, so now we have a clear picture of how all our cards look. You can see which one has the highest utilization. That's the one that's having the worst effect on your credit score. You can see the one with the highest interest rate. That is the one that is costing you the most money per dollar owed in interest. And in case you're wondering, yeah, these aren't my real credit card balances. It's just made up, okay? This is just to show you guys, and that's why the numbers look so even. Otherwise it'd be interest rates of like 22.49% or whatever. But once you can see all your credit cards there in your spreadsheet, you now need to decide how to pay them off. And there are basically three ways to do it. Method 1, pick the one with the lowest balance first to pay it off quickly and give you a quick win and give you the confidence to continue. In that case, I would pay just minimum payments on all of the cards and then put all my available cash into paying off this $1,000 on this US bank card. This is the Dave Ramsey method. If you read any of his books, that's what he recommends, and he calls it the debt snowball.
I started figuring out that hope has more to do with you winning with money than math does.
So he uses hope, okay? He uses those little wins when you pay off the smallest debt, and then the second smallest, and you get all those little wins and they give you the hope, the will to carry on. It doesn't make sense from a math point of view. If you look at the APR on my smallest debt, is actually not the highest APR, so it isn't costing me the most money, and the utilization is only 33%, so it's having the least effect on my credit score out of all the cards. So if you don't agree with that, maybe you want to try method 2. This is the more common sense, smart method, and it is the one advocated for by critics of Dave Ramsey. Pay off the highest APR card first.
Dave likes to use something called the debt snowball, which is where you make minimum payments across all of your debt, but then pay down the smaller balances first and move on to the larger balances. I prefer a debt avalanche, which is where you make minimum payments across all of your debt, but you pay down the highest interest rate debt first.
For me, in my hypothetical setup on the spreadsheet, that would be this Capital One Saver card with 25% APR. That is the card costing me the most money per dollar borrowed. So yeah, from a purely mathematical point of view, this does make a lot more sense, and if you're someone with a more technical or analytical way of thinking, this may be better for you. But maybe your debt is affecting your credit score, and perhaps you want a way to pay off your debt to improve your score as quickly as possible, because maybe you're wanting to apply for a mortgage or some kind of other credit product and you need a good credit score. Well, check this next method out. Method 3. This is the credit shifu method. In this method, we pick the card that has the highest utilization and we pay that one down first. So out of the cards on my spreadsheet, it is this one, 75% utilization. That is definitely having a terrible effect on my credit score. And if you doubt that one card can have a terrible effect on your whole score, just watch my video where I maxed out one card and it dropped my credit score by 60 points. But what if there is another way where you can pay off your card with the highest utilization and improve your credit score and save on interest and maybe get those small wins all at the same time? Well, there is. Enter the balance transfer card. These are credit cards that let you transfer a balance over from cards that you are paying interest on, and they will give you 0% APR for a certain period of time. A good example is this one, the Bank America card from Bank of America. It gets you 0% interest on 18 billing cycles. There is a 3% fee for a balance transfer to transfer your balances over, but that is pretty much standard. I like this one as well because there are no rewards on this card, there's no sign-up bonus, so you're not tempted to spend more on the card to get those rewards and bonuses, okay? It's just a boring card for you to transfer your balance onto, and it's not gonna get you further in debt. So when you transfer your balance over, you pay 3% once and then no interest for the rest of the time. And if you get this card, I'd recommend once you get it, you just cut it up or you hide it in a drawer so you're not tempted to use it. You just transfer your balance over and you start paying it off. So we could use a balance transfer card to transfer our highest 1 or 2 card balances over to. So let's do that. Say I transfer 7,000 from these 2 cards onto a balance transfer card. Let's say I was given a $15,000 credit limit. We'll figure out our utilization as well, and I'll just get that displaying as a percentage. And you can add to the spreadsheet also the date when the 0% deal ends, so you get it paid down by then. And these 2 also have to go to 0 because we've transferred the balance over. And now you can use either the snowball method or the avalanche method or the credit shifu method to deal with the remaining cards. Or if you're really serious about saving even more in interest, you could get 2 or 3 balance transfer cards and see if you can get enough of a credit limit on them to transfer all of your balances over so you pay no interest whatsoever. Once you have everything on 0% cards, interest rate is not an issue. So as you pay the balance transfer cards off, you can either choose to pay the smaller balances first to get those wins, or pay the cards that are harming your credit score with high utilization first. Just remember, you typically can't transfer a balance to a balance transfer card from the same bank. So I can't get, say, the Chase Slate Edge, which is a balance transfer card, and transfer my Chase Freedom balance over to it, okay? Because those banks, I mean, your debt is already with that bank. They want to earn money off you. The other banks are giving you that 0% APR interest rate in the hope that you won't pay it all off in time and you will end up paying some interest and they make some money off you. So just remember that. You can't transfer in the same bank, but if I transfer Chase to Bank of America or Bank of America to Chase, different banks, that's no problem. And if you use the balance transfer cards combined with the 3 methods we've outlined, you could literally save thousands or in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars per year. So I wish you good luck, guys. I hope this helps you. I will leave a link to some of the best balance transfer cards out there on the market on one of our partner websites in the description below, so you can check them all out. I do really like that Bank of America one because it has no rewards, so it doesn't tempt you to spend. But you know, there are plenty of different options out there, and you can pick the one that you like. As always, using our links does really help out our show, so thank you very much if you do. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.